Greetings, gamers! No, I'm not dead. Now, I know you thought that I was dead, but actually, I'm just a zombie. Or am I? No, I'm not. Yes, I've been away for a while. That's no secret. My schedule has been changing quite a bit at work, so I really haven't had time to do anything else. I haven't played games. I miss games so much. Or recording any... Well, since I haven't played any games, of course I hadn't recorded any gameplay, or these vlogs or anything. But my schedule is clearing up now, so I should be able to get back to my old routine. However, I might not do that anyway, because I've had some plans, which I will bring up in this video. Before I get to that, you may be noticing something a little bit different from my previous videos. For those of you who have eyes, you lucky bastards, you may be noticing that things look a little bit different. For starters, the picture might be looking pretty good right about now. And no, it's not just because I'm sexy. Although I wish. No, actually, it's because I got a new camera. You may be noticing some blur back there. That's because I'm learning more about lenses and photography. Things I didn't know about a week ago, but that I've learned, and my new camera is totally awesome. It's a Canon EOS 600D, the T3i. For those of you who know photography, you'll know approximately what I'm talking about. It's a terrific camera. And so far I'm only using a kit lens, for those of you who know what that means. But I'm going to be upgrading pretty soon. Hopefully, I'm saving money for it because it's expensive as all fuck. Oh my god, I just said fuck. One of the coolest features is that I can actually see myself on the computer screen and even control the camera from my computer at the same time. I can adjust all kinds of things like focus, although it does have autofocus, which I used for this particular video. And I can adjust apertures, shutter speed, and all that stuff, which, like I said, the photographers among you might recognize and know what that means. Suffice it to say, the picture should turn out pretty good. My kit lens isn't very good at picking up light, which is why I had to use some extra lights and turn up the ISO, so there might be some static in the image. Hopefully it's not too obvious. Doesn't appear to be in the preview that I have on my screen, but either way, I'm pretty happy with it. Great camera. Aside from that, you may be noticing that the camera is not in its usual position. Technically, my previous not a vlog videos have been positioned right over there somewhere. You can't see where I'm pointing. Even if you could see where I'm pointing, how the hell do you recognize what this means? This, no, you can't point with this kind of arms. This kind of arms? What the fuck am I talking about? So obviously my camera isn't over there anymore, it's right here in front of me. That's because I got a tripod. How cool is that, right? Who's wearing the big boy pants now, huh? Oh, I'm wearing boxers. I'll be right back. So I mentioned my schedule earlier, and really it's because I've had a really difficult period the last few weeks. No, not menstruation, Momo. But even though my schedule should be clearing up a little bit more now, I have been planning some changes for the channel, mainly in the form of the regularity of how much I upload and the quality of the videos. A few months ago, I uploaded my first Not a Vlog video, and that video was really just to celebrate a milestone, because that video is when I hit my 50th video milestone on the channel. Well, recently I was looking at the video uploads of my channel and I realized that I'm just over 90 videos already. Obviously a shorter period of time has passed and I'm already up at 90. So I sort of started reflecting on what kind of material I've been uploading and how frequent and how good it is. And it made me think quite a bit. So yeah, I've uploaded a lot of material in that amount of time, but it made me think about the quality of those videos, how entertaining they were, and what they really meant for the viewer and for me. When I started making these videos, the most interesting part for me was making the video. It was the editing part and the audio adjustments and all that sort of technical stuff. It really made me enjoy the process because I was learning about it at the same time. With Let's Plays, I feel like I've reached the sort of maximum amount I can learn, because there really isn't much you can do with a Let's Play video. So I'm kind of trying to figure out new things that I can do besides Let's Plays. That doesn't mean I'm not going to do Let's Plays anymore. I enjoy them quite a bit, so I'm not going to stop doing them. I'm just going to try to find new things to do. Which is in part why I got this new camera. I'm going to do more live action, hopefully more sketches like I did before. And also the handy gamer and reviews that I've been promising for months that haven't showed up. Mainly because of scheduling stuff and also because of technical reasons. So what does this mean for the channel? Well, basically it's going to be a scheduling change. The videos that I release will come out at specific periods, and their format will be slightly changed. The Let's Plays, for starters, will only come out on weekends so that I have the week to myself for other videos and school and work and stuff like that. And the Let's Play videos will be slightly longer. Up until now, all of them have been about 10 minutes, I think. Round number. Now I'm going to try to make them about 20 minutes each. Obviously, I'm not going to stop with the Halo and the Splinter Cell Let's Plays. I'm going to finish those, and then I'm going to move on to another Let's Play. However, I'm not sure about this, but I don't think I'll be doing more than one. I'll be doing one Let's Play at a time so that I can complete it quicker and to sort of ease up on the pressure that I get from making the videos and releasing them regularly. But keep in mind that the Let's Plays aren't the only videos I'll be releasing. The amount of scheduling that I'll be opening up for myself by releasing fewer Let's Plays will allow me to work more on other videos. So hopefully I'll be able to do a few more sketches and focus more on finally completing the Handy Gamer and reviews. So that's most of what's been going on to me and the channel. So finally, I'm going to do something that I haven't done in the previous Not a Vlog. I'm going to do reviews and rants and things like that, because I miss it so much. You don't care. So the first thing I want to talk about is the upcoming consoles that are going to be released, the next generation, if you will. I remember when the next generation actually meant the Xbox and the PlayStation 2 and eventually also the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. So it's just kind of crazy saying next generation and just not meaning one of those consoles. And to think that those consoles are old now, that's just crazy to me. But the main thing that I want to talk about is the Xbox 720 or Xbox Next or Nextbox or whatever it's going to be called. There's been a rumor for quite a while that the next Xbox will require an internet connection in order to work. That pissed me off beyond belief. You have no idea how stupid that sounds to me. I'm sure many of you agree with me. That just sounds bizarre. But thankfully, my mind kept reminding me that this is all just a rumor, since neither Microsoft or Xbox or anyone like that have made any statements about it, so, it could all just be false. But then, a few days ago, something just happened that completely blew things away. A guy who actually works for Xbox or Microsoft, from what I understand, made a statement via Twitter in which he basically just said, deal with it, it's going to be online. A lot of people, gamers specifically, especially people who love Xbox, they got quite pissed off, and I got too, but the other people who got pissed off did something more drastic than me, which is to actually comment and attack the guy and things like that. The thing's been all over online news circles about gaming. You can go on IGN or something like that and hear all about it. It's been a while. It's been about a week since it came out, I think. The stupid thing about what he said or what he tweeted was that he compared the consoles to things like vacuum cleaners and cell phones. He basically said, oh no, the electricity is out, I can't use my vacuum cleaner, so I better not get a vacuum cleaner. Or, oh no, there's no cell phone coverage, I shouldn't get a cell phone. The logic in that is just so flawed. It's so stupid that he actually compares those things to video game consoles. And the reason is really quite simple. A vacuum cleaner cannot function without electricity. If it could, and I mean automatically without someone needing to pump it or something like that, then nobody would get the ones that require electricity. You know, it requires it in order to work. It doesn't work without electricity. Same with cell phones. A cell phone needs coverage. It needs a connection in order to be called a cell phone. If it doesn't have a cell phone connection, it can't receive phone calls, and then it's no longer a phone. It's just a device. So again, it requires it in order to be that important. People are still going to buy it because they know of the technical limitations. They know that it's going to require electricity or a cell phone coverage. But a console does not, ever will, require an internet connection to actually give me the experience that the developer has planned. And I'm not talking about online games, I'm not talking about MMOs or online multiplayer shooters and things like that. I'm talking about what most of the games that come out offer, which is single-player experiences. From what I understand, some information has been uncovered to indicate that the console, the next Xbox, if you're in the middle of a game and the internet connection is lost, it will wait 3 minutes before it stops the game. It stops the freaking game and tries to open up its troubleshooting mechanic to fix the internet connection. That is insane. I do not want to stop playing my game in the middle of something really important just because the internet went out when the internet isn't even needed for the game. Now, yes, this is still just a rumor, technically, because Microsoft hasn't made any statements about it, just this one dude. But let's think about this for a second. This rumor has been out for a while, and it's creating a lot of bad press for the next Xbox. Plus, this one dude is talking as if it is real. So, put one and one together, it looks like it's actually going to be real. It looks like that it's probably going to require an internet connection when it comes out. I mean, Microsoft would have said something about it if they wanted to stop the bad press. But they haven't said anything, and that worries me. That makes me think like, okay, they're not saying anything because it's true. But I have to keep reminding myself that this is still just a rumor. It's nothing more for now. I mean, it could turn out that most likely it will be true. And what that will mean is basically that I and many other very, very disappointed gamers will not buy the next Xbox. Especially with that terrific outing that the PlayStation 4 had. I mean, really, Microsoft, get your shit together. You know, I can't remember the last time you fucked up this bad. Oh, right. So on to other happier topics. I'm going to try to do a very short review. Like, I sort of stopped doing reviews of movies like I did before in my earlier Not a Vlog videos, but I'm going to try to just mention something. First thing that comes to my head, I saw Robocop. And also, by the same director, I also saw Starship Troopers. And very good movies, specifically Robocop. Robocop is, I mean, I can understand why some people are calling it a masterpiece. I mean, it's not an artistically a sort of masterpiece of artistic value, but rather just its production and its value and its sort of inventiveness and storytelling that is very good. And I love that movie. I remember first time I saw it, I was very, very young. And a bit of advice, if you have kids, or if you are a kid, hold off on watching Robocop. Especially the first one. It gets kind of bloody. It gets very bloody at times, actually. I remember explicitly as a kid having nightmares after having watched that scene where Ed 209 blows the shit out of that dude in the office. Not to mention the scene where Murphy actually gets murdered, and that's really gruesome, especially for a little kid. But now that I'm an adult, and I consider myself an adult, for the most part, I can watch that and I can enjoy how gloriously wonderful it is. But I love that sort of storytelling that was common in the old days of movie making, sort of where the imagination took more precedence than sort of being politically correct or being aesthetically pleasing for the mainstream audience. I mean, just that scene where one of the guys gets mutated and melted into a blob and then gets exploded by the car. Like, you'll never see something like that in modern mainstream movies in the theater. They don't do that anymore. And it was so glorious back in those days, and just watching it again reminds me of just how inventive movies used to be. Robocop is really a great example of 80s action movie that has great storytelling and inventive use of practical effects and things like that. And of course, they're making a remake. Obviously, I mean, why not? Everything else is being remade. And they cast a Swedish actor to play the main character, Robocop. And I don't know what to think of that. I'm not a particularly big fan of that guy. I don't think I've actually seen him in anything. I've just seen him, the actor, in interviews and things like that. I don't know how he is as an actor, though. But I'm gonna give it a try, even though it kind of looks stupid if you look at the suit. They were going for a more Dark Knight Batman sort of, suit with the rigid details and things like that. But I'm open-minded. I'll have a look. I don't expect I'm gonna enjoy it as much as I enjoyed the original, but I have to see it, don't you? If nothing else, just to bash the shit out of it and tell everyone how incredibly bad it is. But anyway, that's it. You got a review, a rant, and even some background information on what's been happening and what's going to happen. So thanks for watching. I'm sorry for not being around. Thank you for sticking around if you actually stuck around. That's just amazing. Thank you. You guys are terrific. So thanks again. I'll see you next time. I'll try to upload some more videos. Have a good time. Bye. We'll be right back.